All right. Good morning, everybody. I'd like to welcome you and call this special meeting of the Board of Selectmen to order for Friday, December 5th, 2021. Please rise, join me in the Pledge of Allegiance.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
First order of business is approval of the minutes of the regular meeting of November 6th. I'll entertain a motion to approve those.
Someone.
Okay. Any changes, any corrections?
None.
Hearing none. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
That carries. Item number 2, we've had the consideration of appointments to the library board. We're kind of ahead of schedule on this. These positions don't actually expire until January, but we have some incumbent members of the library who, on the Democratic side, who have already expressed a wish to continue. So I'm going to put a motion on the floor that we reappoint. There are 4 vacancies in total, and the ones who have written into the Board of Selectmen asking for reappointment are Mary O'Leary, Robin Kahn, and Sue Morton. So I'm going to put a motion on the floor that we reappoint Mary O'Leary, Robin Kahn, and Sue Morton to their positions on the library board. Is there a second?
Second.
Any comments?
Are these just reappointments?
Yeah, these are.
Just maintaining party integrity?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Okay, those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
That carries. On to the Board of Finance. And I'd like to make a couple of statements. This was I'm going to make a recommendation that was not easy to come to. We have a recommendation from the BRTC to appoint Dan Carter to the vacancy that is left by Mr. Terzian resigning, so he can join the Board of Selectmen, which he will do next week. Dan, of course, is a highly qualified individual, served as District 2 state representative for 2 years and served very admirably and very highly respected. We also have a request that came in directly to the Board of Selectmen from Mr. Nick Hoffman. Nick, of course, is a former member of the Board of Finance, or excuse me, Board of Education. He served on that board for 8 years. He served 2 terms. He holds a master's degree in public administration. He has extensive experience in public sector budgeting. Also served as a member and then later as chair of 2 separate charter commissions. So, and has expressed a desire to serve in the capacity of as a member of the Board of Finance. I am aware that this is an unusual situation. We normally accept the recommendations that come from the parties. Although we have not always in the past, there are some very key positions that we have gone outside. But I have always tried to respect the wishes and give opportunities to people who kind of go directly to the board and say, I would like to serve, because it's kind of difficult to finding people to serve. We have 2 excellent candidates. We could win either way, but I'm going to, because of the background with his extensive experience within town government and intimate knowledge, I'm going to put a motion on the floor that we appoint Nick Hoffman to the position vacated by Brian Terzian for the next 2 years.
Second.
Okay, second. Floor is open for discussion.
I'll start. This is wrong. Totally wrong. This board has been operating on I believe really the politics behind the door when we enter this room. And this is going to create problems. We're going back to the years ago, gotcha politics. Mr. Carter is well respected within the this would be wrong because, you know, the parties always respected each other. Here we're saying, here we're throwing a slap in the face to the opposing party. You know, there's always got to be, you know, the left, the right. But in this position, the Board of Finance is one of the highly respected boards for the community. It determines the budget, determines how funds are spent. It's highly, highly recognized by the community about the people who are on the board. The Bethel Republican Town Committee recommended Mr. Carter based upon his integrity, based upon his knowledge of government, and he would be an absolute asset. To do this would be just about saying, hey, it's a slap in the face, I'll throw some mud in your face, we're going to do what we want. I think this is going to be a negative impact upon the town for the future relative to the, I want to say, the relationship between the Board of Finance, Board of Finance and the Board of Selectmen. This is wrong, Matt. Totally wrong. We've always respected, the Republicans always respected what the Democrats wanted, and I would expect the very same thing in return in this particular situation. This is not one of the minor boards. This is a major board. This is going to impact the entire community. I'll guarantee that. I would recommend you that you withdraw Mr. Hoffman's name and put Mr. Carter's name back in. Because if you want to go back to the old style of politics, this is what's going to happen. So, you know, I'm totally opposed to this nomination.
Rich, any comments?
Just, you know, they're both people are very qualified. I know both of them. And I think Nick has the qualifications being involved with the Board of Education and the resources that he had contributed to the Board of Education. And again, I know what Paul is saying about the politics, but I'm looking at the qualifications of both people, and I think Nick is the person to serve on that.
I'd like to just add one more thing.
Sure, go ahead.
Mr. Hoffman's not a Republican.
Oh, he is.
No, he's not.
Yeah.
I
That
believe
was,
he's an independent.
no, he switched, because that was one of the things I looked into when if you look at the thing there, his request was dated November 3rd. And he switched from unaffiliated to Republican on November 9th. That's from the town clerk's office. So,
It's a strategic move on his part, I grant you that, but it certainly is not recognized at this point by the RTC. Okay, as a candidate.
any other comments?
Again, this is a wrong move.
I appreciate your candor, Paul. I really do. And I want to stress this is not intended as a slight to the RTC or Mr. Carter. It's, you know, we're trying to find the best qualified member of the community to do it. We have two great candidates, but tough decision. I understand that, but I appreciate your comments. Rich, any other comments?
No.
Okay, so we have a motion on the floor to appoint Dan Hoffman. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Aye. Those opposed?
Nay.
Thank you, Paul. I'll entertain a motion to adjourn.
So moved.
All right, second, first. Those in favor signify by saying aye.
Aye.
Thank you very much. Paul, I appreciate it. I really do. Say this, are we,
No, not yet.